Okay, Kate, so you came from the higher tier. You sent a higher tier paper in the summer in which you got a grade D. So this is your first go at a foundation tier paper. You're anticipating or estimating that you're going to get 80 marks on it, which would be pretty impressive considering you haven't done maths for a couple of months. So let's see how close you get to it. And 23. 12 isn't a square number because there isn't a number you can times by itself to make 12. Okay, what we're looking for there is 36 because 6 sixes are 36. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you lose that mark. That is only one pair of factors of 18. 3 and 6 go into 18, and 2 and 9 go into 18 as well. So you haven't listed enough of them to earn any marks there. 6314 is correct. They're not asking you to introduce a decimal point into that number. So all they want is it in the order 1, 3, 4, 6. So because you've put that there, you're not going to get the mark, unfortunately. Okay, 1, 3, 4, 6 was the answer that they were looking for. Okay, 11 and 34 are correct. Here, 8 is in the thousands column, but that makes its value 8,000. So you need to write the 8 in there as well to get the marks. That's right, well done. And that's the right method of estimating that. So we got 4, 6, 7, 10, 14 for the page. So there's a few marks there that you've let slip that hopefully you won't make that mistake again. 67 is correct and 12 is correct. Well done. So we got a tally going there. 16, 12, 14, 8. Good. 6 on that page. That is correct for the mode. Now your graph is fine, but you're going to lose 2 marks because you haven't labelled the axes. That one you need to tell me is the frequency, and this one you need to give me the context, which is choice of sport. So out of the 4 marks there, you're only going to get 2. The area and units are correct, but your perimeter is wrong. You have to go all the way around. So you've got to go 8, then 3, then 5, then 2, then 5, then 3, then 8, then 8. And you have to add all of those figures up to get back to the start. So you're not going to get any marks there. 3, 6 for the page. Okay, this one you haven't simplified it enough. 7x take away 1x is 6x. It's only 1 mark, so you're not going to get it. Here, what have you done there? The most important thing to do is to make sure you realize that the 6 and the t are joined by a times. So it's not 65, it's 6 times 5, and it's not 49, it's 4 times 9. You then work those out, so it would be 30 add 36. So I'm not sure how you've gone from 65 to 25 and 49 to 35, but your method is wrong. With this question, your points are all in the right place, so you're going to get the 3 marks. But what you should be doing is where they ask you to plot the point, you need to be putting a cross and not marking the letter over the grid. I'll give you the 3 marks this time, but I'm likely to penalise you for that in future. Okay, your triangle is pretty good. It's a little bit smaller than 54, but that's not too far out for you not to get the marks. So you'll have 3 for that. Obtuse is wrong. Obtuse is between 90 and 180. Bigger than 180 is a reflex angle. 6 for the page. 25 times 20 is 500. That's correct, but that's not the volume. That's just the area of the bottom of the shape. So there's a lot more maths that you need to do there, and you haven't done enough to get anything. So take a look at my video clip solution for that one. That is right, and those are right as well. Well done. Now with your conversion graph, you need to be drawing a straight line through the points, and your points need to be in the right place. And if you can just see through the tracing paper there, your points are out, which means you have misinterpreted what the units are on the scale. So before you start plotting the points on a graph like this, you need to look at what your squares are. So you can see in this direction, you're going from 0 to 10 in 10 jumps. So each little square in that direction is 1 unit. But in this direction, they're going from 0 to 20 in 10. So each little square in that direction has to be worth 2. So 114.43 is right where you put it, 114, but it's slightly above. 85.32, again your 85 is right, but your 32 is slightly too low. And your 24.9 is in the right place. So it's only marginally out, but nevertheless it is out. Now in order to use it as a conversion graph, you need to then draw a line going through those points, which you didn't do. So your points are too low, you haven't drawn the line, you're not going to get the 2 marks for drawing the graph. And then in order to use the graph, take a look at, again, my solution on the video and see if what I say makes sense. That's good. 2 marks for that. Now then, this is not right with you. The probability of winning a prize is a score of 2 or less. So you need to go back to this grid now and count how many winning possible outcomes there are. So for 2 or less, there'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the number on top of the fraction would be 10. And then you put that out of how many chances there are in total. And there are 16 chances in there. So what you're looking for is 10 out of 16, or that comes down to 5 out of 8. From there, that is not correct with you. So again, take a look at the video clip to see what you've done wrong there. £72 is correct. And then what you need to do is, if you're working out 54 people win, and each of those gets £1.20, you have to do 54 times £1.20, which isn't that, and then take them away. So your method is right, it's just your arithmetic that's letting you down. So 54 times £1.20 isn't that, you think it is, and you're taking it away to get that. So you can't get the full marks for that. Okay. For this one, 18 take away 11 isn't 9. So your subtraction has let you down there, and then you haven't explained from there then what you need to do. So again, take a look at my solution for that. So quite a few little mistakes on that page. These questions we will be practicing in the next couple of weeks, but it's something that you can quite easily put right yourself. If you take a look on the Jones and Sums site, you're looking for the questions on angle properties. Your scatter graph is good, it's positive, the line of best fit is good, and you don't need to give a range there. Either one of those answers would be correct. Don't give a range, so scribble one of them out. So what have I got there? 2, 4, 5, 5 for the page. And then what you need to do here, all of those points are Friday spends, but you want to pick something that's fairly easy to work out. I can't see where you got that from, but let's say for example I would choose 100 because dividing by 100 is easy. So 100 would be on your graph 490, so 490 divided by 100 is £4.90, and that's what you need to do. Right, so here now we have got, right, so the first thing is that there's communication marks for this question and you aren't communicating. You've separated them out, but what you should be saying is that this side is Manana, this side is Channel. That would help. So then you're doing 700 times 0.06, which isn't £8.12. Okay, 7 6s are 42, so it's going to have a 4 and a 2 in the answer, not an 8 and a 1 and a 2. So that should come to 42. This side, you've got your 700, which you're going to multiply by 0.02, which doesn't come to £7.84. So it's your multiplying systems that you need to practice. And I will show you some examples of different ways to multiply without a calculator over the next couple of weeks. Then you've made a complicated way of taking 20% off. It's easier to just take 10%, find 10% by divided by 10, and then doubling your answer. So there's nothing really here that is going to earn you any marks, I'm afraid. Take a look how I work through that on my solution. So your method is right, okay, so we did that just at the end of the lesson, but unfortunately 117 isn't a square number because, a prime number, because 3 goes into it. And I don't know if you can remember doing division like this. 3 into 1 doesn't go, so you do 3 into 11. 3 into 11 goes 9 times, remainder 2. 3 into 11 goes 3 times, remainder 2. 3 into 27 goes 9. So that goes like that, and then 3 goes into that 13 times, and 13 is a square number. So your method is okay, but you didn't get to finish it. That question is another angle properties question. If you couldn't do the earlier one, you certainly would have struggled with that. But hopefully we will be working towards that over the next few weeks. Okay, I think your 80% is a bit optimistic, Kate, but let's see how far off you are. 14, 20, 26, 32, 36, 38, 39, 44, 45. So 45 is going to be a grade D just. Okay, 45 is the absolute boundary for an ED. So in order to get that to a C, you're quite a long way off. You're about 15 marks off the 60 that you need to be pretty confident you're going to get a grade C. But as I said at the start, this is the first paper at foundation that you've done, because you've come from the higher tier, and you haven't done maths for a few months because we've been on summer break. So it's not an absolute disaster.